Well, it's fight week and we back, for the, big little fight. Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev, the rematch. Another one. Your boy CJ Goodfella, we doing it big. We did the unofficial prediction show, just a nice little spin, just going live on YouTube. So, for each major fight, I'll just go live on YouTube and just do an unofficial prediction that Sunday before fight week, or, and then Monday of the fight, I go live. I do, traditional breakdown and prediction. And it's getting started into this. And one major thing about this fight, I'm not going to harp on this because I've done, numerous videos on it, is that it's being promoted horribly. It seems to be probably being promoted worse than the first fight. And Main Events was the A side because they had Kovalev the champion. They was the main promoter. Now this time it's Rock Nation promoting it, but Main Events isn't giving any help. They're not doing their part in promoting it, according to Rock Nation representatives. Okay? And what's funny about this fight is, a lot of people don't realize this, that I heard, and I believe it's not a sellout. And I don't know if the first fight was a sellout, but it was a 20,000 seat arena for a boxing fight at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This is at the Mandalay Bay, which I think only holds 12,000 or 15,000. I think it's 12,000, and they haven't sold out all the tickets yet. So that just tells you, horrible promotion. I think Jeff Horn and Pacquiao might get more buzz in this fight, and it's no pun intended on that end of it. But you don't see any commercials for this fight. And today I've been watching some TV, and I haven't seen a commercial for this fight or anything. And it's not like the first fight was boring. The first fight was, epic, in my opinion. It was a great fight. And let's get into it, man. We're talking about, start off with the challenger, Sergey Kovalev. He done a lot of crying, a lot of complaining, about, if I did this different, if I did that different, he's not as mentally tough as people, think he is. The crusher personality, the alter ego, I think that got crushed in the first fight for the most part. And, it's going to tell me what type of character he has in the rematch if he can come back and get the job done. But, if you feel like you won, there's no need to make all these excuses. Even if these excuses are valid, you just, hold them to yourself, and after the fight, if you're victorious, then you let everything, all the emotions and everything you went through and all the changes, you document that and you're good with it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't seem like your excuse is validated, because you showed everybody that, it was, you did make some mistakes in the fight, and you corrected them, and you showed everybody that you can beat Andre Ward. His jab was an issue coming into the first fight. Andre Ward kind of figured it out down the stretch. May that be because Kovalev got tired, but a lot of people in the regular talking about Kovalev was looking for one shot versus Andre Ward, okay? And they were saying that, he was getting tired for just looking for one shot to knock out Andre Ward. One observation that a lot of people just didn't, see was he didn't close distance. He didn't cut the ring off on Andre Ward. He allowed him to improvise with his feet and survive and get his win back very quickly. And that shows you what type of great conditioning athlete and a lot of fortitude that Andre Ward has, And he came back better than ever, and he adjusted. As far as, Kovalev, if he'd cut the ring off, we wouldn't be talking about a rematch. And another thing is to be noted is that if Kovalev wins this fight, Andre Ward's team did not get a rematch clause. So, Kathy Duva's already been on record saying they're not giving Andre Ward a rematch after this. They're going to run off on the plug twice. So, after they cry about their rematch, they're not going to get Andre Ward a rematch. Or if they do, it's not going to be anytime soon unless it definitely makes sense. And that's some Leo Santa Cruz type shit, right? Carl Frampton type shit. But talk about Andre Ward, he did some positive things. He started off slow. But the one thing people need to wrap their mind is this is not the Andre Ward of 5 or 6 years ago. The layoffs and the move up in the weight has done detriment to him. He has deteriorated as an athlete. He's not fast. He's not as quick as he used to be. He's not the boxer he once was. And a lot of people think he's this great outside boxer. I was very surprised when Kovalev was boxing him from the outside. Andre Ward makes a living in the wheelhouse in mid-range. Outside, he doesn't have the longest arm. He's not the quickest fighter. He's a technique defensive fighter. It's not good, he's not an exceptional slick head mover like that, but his technique is great. His technique is good. He's able to catch a lot of punches, roll, power off a lot of punches, and he said he wasn't impressed with Kovalev's power as well, even though he partially got caught on that knockdown. It wasn't even a full extension by Kovalev, but he was in the ring with him for 12 rounds. He said You know, if you was the crusher, why didn't you crush me when you had me hurt? And that's because Kovalev can close distance. But Ward figured it out, started timing him. And I think those body shots that Ward was landing, you know, went overlooked by a lot of people that were scoring the fight. Everybody just tends to score the flashy punches that hit the head and the sweat fly off and the blood and the snot come out their nose. But you got to score the body shots as well. And I think that contributed to Kovalev getting tired, those body shots to the ribs. And what's funny about it, if Don David Jackson told Kovalev to break Andre Ward, because Andre Ward's ribs, because he likes to be on the inside. And if they didn't, know that coming into the first fight, they need to slap themselves, because Andre Ward, when he made his first appearance into the Super 6, he made a living using his head and fighting on the inside and holding versus Miguel Kessler, and he wasn't ready for it. A lot of those European guys, they don't fight on the inside that well. And that's where Andre Ward's bread and butter at, is in the inside, in the wheelhouse. And he's able to hold and grab and maneuver, and he's able to kill you from mid-range with a lot of feints and a little bit of speed. That speed has dropped off, his hand speed, and you can tell he's just not the same fighter anymore, in my opinion. And that could be due to lack of activity, or that could be due to moving up in weight, or a combination of both. And, everybody thinks Andre Ward is still the guy that he once was. In the fight, he got his, it seems like he got some of his prime back. But this dude is 32, 33 years old with a lot of miles on his body. And it's going to be tough. But at the end of the day, I'm picking Sergey Kovalev, 10th round knockout. I think he's going to come out on fire and make a statement. I think Andre Ward is going to be able to adjust and kind of, survive early on and kind of do some things later on. But I think Kovalev is going to, get him out of there late, make the adjustment, go to the body a little bit more, and knock him out.